I'm Dr. Susanna Park from San Diego Fertility Center. Making the decision to complete your treatment outside of your country is such an important decision. How do you know that this fertility center exists? How do you know you can trust a fertility center? How do you know you will have success with that fertility center? These are such excellent questions. So I'd like to share a little bit about San Diego Fertility Center with you. San Diego Fertility Center has been in existence for over 20 years. And during that time, we have cared for patients outside of San Diego throughout the United States, as well as outside the United States throughout the world. In 1 year, we complete about 1,200 IVF cycles, and about half of that are cycles involving an egg donor or a surrogate or both. So we have tremendous experience in this field. San Diego Fertility Center also has very high success rates. And because of our high success rates, we offer a program called Success Guarantee. And it is exactly as it sounds. We guarantee success, which is a baby, or we will refund the money you've paid us. So I invite you to schedule a consultation with me. There is no cost for the consultation. And the consultation does not force you to use our clinic for your fertility treatment. Rather, the consultation is an opportunity for you to get information about the treatment and to allow me the chance to answer all your questions. I fully understand what an important decision this is, mentally, emotionally, and financially. I hope the information I shared with you in this video will provide you with a little bit of reassurance and some confidence in me and in San Diego Fertility Center. Thank you for your time.
Welcome to the lobby of the first floor of our building. We share with you an atmosphere that is sophisticated, modern, and simple. This is one of our waiting rooms on the first floor, created with the goal of relaxation and calm for all of those who occupy the space. This is our conference room, where many great ideas have been sparked, developed, blossomed. Many problems have been debated, discussed, resolved, often late into the night. This is a window into our IVF embryology laboratory. This is truly the heart of our practice. This is truly where the magic happens. This is a view of the inside of the IVF embryology laboratory. This is where eggs are cared for, where sperm is prepared, where fertilization happens, where embryos are developed, where embryos are frozen, then thawed, and where embryos are prepared for the transfer. This is our surgery center, where we perform our egg donor retrievals, and should your surrogate need a hysteroscopy, it is performed here. This is where our patients are prepared for surgery and are cared for after surgery. The second floor of our building is the location of our physician offices and all the ultrasound rooms. This is our waiting room on the second floor. It is a room of beauty and a room of tranquility because we strive to create a positive experience for all our patients. We would be honored to welcome you to our San Diego Fertility Center family.
I'm Dr. Susanna Park from San Diego Fertility Center. So today I want to show you where we do your egg retrievals. So this is our operating room, Delmar Surgery Center, and this room is dedicated for egg retrievals. So let's go in and take a look. are always done under vaginal ultrasound guidance. So this is our vaginal ultrasound. And then these are the sterile equipment that we use to do the egg retrieval. And through that window is our embryologist. So as we retrieve the eggs here, they're immediately passed off to the embryologist through this window. And the embryologist will let us know if there is or is not an egg in each follicle. This takes about 30 minutes in an egg donor. So pretty promptly we get a response as to the number of eggs. And on the other side of this wall is our IVF lab. And they then take the eggs and they fertilize the same day as the retrieval. Fertilized egg is called an embryo. The embryos are incubated in the IVF lab. And they remain there and then frozen until we're ready to transfer into the surrogate. Thank you.
This is a video of me performing an egg retrieval. Each black circle is a follicle, inside of which is hopefully an egg. Notice there are many black circles because this is an egg donor. So this is exactly what you want to see in your egg donor. Many follicles means the potential for many eggs. The follicles are black because they have liquid in them. Liquid is black on an ultrasound. The white line moving up and down is my needle. Each needle is pierced into the follicle. I then step my foot on a suction machine to suck out the liquid. The liquid goes into a test tube, which is then handed off to the embryologist, who tells me if there is or is not an egg in each of them. This procedure is rather easy, and it takes about 30 minutes.
This is our IVF lab. This is where the magic happens. This is where eggs are retrieved, eggs are fertilized, embryos are created. Embryos are then frozen and then defrosted for future transfer into the surrogate. Here we have one of our embryologists, and here we have some eggs on the screen. And they are going to be fertilized through ICSI later today. This is the heart of our center. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Susanna Park, and on this video I want to show you how we do embryo transfers at San Diego Fertility Center. So this is our embryo transfer room, and this is the ultrasound, and this is the table where the surrogate will lay down. And notice that we have on very dim lights because we try to create an atmosphere, and we also have music playing just to create a very relaxing, almost spa-like experience. We have two monitors here. The monitor in the corner is the ultrasound monitor, and it shows the exact same image that my ultrasound will show. And the purpose of that is, as your surrogate is laying on the bed, she doesn't have to crane her neck to the right to look at the monitor, but rather, very comfortably, she can just look straight ahead and look at the ultrasound. The monitor over here is live feed from the embryology lab. So the surrogate, as well as everybody in the room, can clearly see the embryos as they come on the camera. You can clearly see the embryos as it's pipetted into the catheter that the embryologist uses. And then when we do an ultrasound, it's always under ultrasound guidance, so you can clearly see that there and there. So we really do our best to make the embryo transfer experience a very positive one and a very calming one.
This is a video of me performing an embryo transfer using a vaginal ultrasound. That is the image of the uterus. There is a white line inside. That is my catheter, which has the embryos inside. The catheter is positioned into a very specific place inside the uterus. Keep your eye on the tip of the white line and you will see a white flash right there. That is the embryo going inside the uterus. The catheter is then removed. And you will see the white dot, which is the air bubble holding the embryo.